Thank you for visiting our website. What you're about to see is a few minutes of our greasing and lubing module, which is a fraction of our 13-module equipment maintenance online training program. For a demonstration of our complete equipment maintenance online training program, follow the instructions at the end of this preview. Thank you and enjoy.
Caution: never enter the tunnel when equipment is running due to the risk of death or dismemberment. The purpose of this module is to learn how to perform the equipment greasing and lubing tasks that are required to keep the equipment working properly. The resources that are needed are 1. Grease gun, 2. Towel, 3. Gloves, 4. Safety glasses, 5. Ladder, 6. Can of spray silicone. Now let's cover the overview. We are dedicated to providing the best wash possible for our customers. To achieve this goal, we consistently lube, grease, and inspect our equipment to make sure we are able to deliver the best product possible to the customer. Maintaining the equipment not only helps to ensure the cleanest car possible for the customer and minimizes breakdowns, it also contributes to having fewer repairs and equipment replacements. Every piece of equipment in the tunnel that requires greasing and lubing has a schedule of maintenance for that task. One of the most important maintenance tasks we perform is the greasing and lubing of the bearings and air cylinders. The air cylinders are lubed on a weekly basis. The bearings are greased on a weekly or monthly basis depending on the piece of equipment and the function that the bearing is performing. It is important to grease and lube parts only when necessary and on a schedule. Safety glasses and gloves are always worn when greasing and lubing equipment parts. Click one of the options below to learn more. Weekly greasing. Rotational bearings. The rotational bearings allow a piece of equipment like wraps or a tire brush to spin so that it can clean the vehicle. These bearings perform 360 degrees of rotation multiple times per vehicle on every vehicle throughout the day. The rotational bearings are usually found on some of the most important pieces of equipment in the wash. For example, wraps, tire brushes, side washers, rocker brushes, van highs, top brushes, tire shiners, and even the conveyor. In order to keep these pieces of equipment functioning properly, the rotational bearings must be greased weekly. The following is the procedure that should be followed for greasing the rotational bearings. 1. Gather necessary tools and safety equipment. Two. Start at the entrance of the tunnel and begin greasing the rotational bearings. 3. On each bearing, locate the grease fitting and wipe it off before applying grease. 4. Grease the bearing. Attach the grease gun to the Zerk fitting. Pump the grease gun 2 times to add grease to the bearings. It is important that you add only 2 pumps of grease at a time to a bearing. If at any point it becomes more difficult to add grease, stop. This is a sign that the bearing has enough grease. Continuing to add grease after you feel resistance could result in damage to the bearing. Wipe off any excess grease from the fitting. 5. Continue down the tunnel and repeat steps 3 through 4 on each of the remaining rotational bearings.
To see the full version of our 13-module Equipment Maintenance Online Training Program, go to www.washcourse.com, click on the Schedule a Demo tab, which can be found in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Fill out the contact form and click Request Demo. Our Director of Client Services, Patrick Jezewell, will contact you within 24 hours from the time of submission. Feel free to browse our website, www.washcourse.com. You can also go to www.brinkresults.com for more information on all of the services we provide in the car wash industry.